Evening guys, it's actually quite late, it's around 9:30 or so on a random Wednesday night, but I was just sitting in the tent and I was looking at this cherimoya. I thought I'd do a little bit of an update on it because this is one of the seedlings that in one of my videos from last year I was planting out some cherimoya seedlings to get them to germinate, and out of them all, well, this was the only one that I thought would germinate just here. So I actually really love this plant. This is one of my favorite plants in the entire collection. One of the first reasons is because I germinated it, which is really good. The seeds for this plant came from the US. The cherimoya is on the list of seeds you can import into Australia. So there's a website you can go to. It's called Aquis, AQIS, that's right, I believe. And they have a list of plants you can import into Australia, and the cherimoya is on that, so I imported that without a problem, as long as they do certain things like list the species and things like that on the tree. So I really love this plant. I love the shape of it. I love how we branch really low down in the pot. So I have this kind of branch here, as well as the main branch, which will provide a scaffolding for a good potted plant. I'm going to, in another video, potentially cut this down like I did my other cherimoyas. So I think I might put a nice low cut down here, more likely above a leaf like this that's pointing outwards, and then on the main stem as well. I'll probably take all of this top half off, all the way down to maybe this leaf here or this leaf here, depending on how much height that I want to leave. Now, I found that with the cherimoyas that I cut the other day, so here is the one that I did the video of the head that I cut off, just as I hoped. We have the bud coming off the side here, right where I wanted it to go, below that cut, and then on this branch over here we also got it budding out over there, which is really good. And in fact, it's budding underneath this leaf, this stem junction here, which I actually don't want to happen. That's an awkward branch. If that forms there, it'll be quite a weak branch at this kind of 90-degree sort of intersection. That's not really work, so I'm just going to rub that off so that doesn't happen. And I noticed down the stem here there's another bud forming here, so that bud's also not ideal because it will grow out in the same angle as the bud, the branch above, but for now I'm going to let it go. And speaking of the little cherimoyas, when I planted all those seeds, only one of them worked, but recently this pot here, this is a what is this? A kwai muck. This kwai muck has been sitting outside in the garden for a long time, and it had a little seedling pop up, and often I will just ignore the little seedlings until I kind of work out what they are. And I actually think that this might be a cherimoya. The way that these leaves bend over, see how they grow kind of in this weeping, I think of a bit like a ballerina for some reason. They're like kind of bending over, pointed towards the ground. They're quite graceful, and these leaves look very similar to the cherimoya as well. So I actually think that one of the pots that I thought was dead and didn't work, I tipped the soil into this larger pot and it just over time germinated. So if that's the case, this could be a little baby cherimoya. And just to get a bit of an example, so have a look at that leaf there, how it's kind of growing, and it's, even though it's quite small, the angle and the kind of whipping downwards before turning up, and this one here sort of shape, and compare that to the same way that this cherimoya grows here, or these smaller leaves on this cherimoya over here grow. So I actually think, and looking at those leaf shapes, look at that leaf, look at these leaves, I'm pretty sure that this is a little baby cherimoya. So if that's the case, nice little thing to happen. I'll let it grow, we'll see how it goes. These guys can share a pot. Not a big fan, I don't really care too much about a kwai muck anyway. I'm not even sure what a kwai muck is. Let's just just one of those things that we have. But yes, so an update on that cherimoya, the seedling that I planted last year in that video. Very happy with it, and I'm sure in another video I'll be topping this for you guys to see, and we'll watch how that progresses over time. Yeah guys, just a quick one for you. Everyone have a great evening.